What's up, world? It's me again, Derek, coming to you live from Phoenix. It's your boy Double O, man. We just did two interviews with Winston. Both of them, well, I will post in a few minutes, and hope you all enjoy them. Trying to get ready for this album release party, and it is a struggle, for real. But we doing it. We putting everything into it, making it happen. Um, we've been blessed over the last few months, man. I've been showing Winston pictures and video because, you know, we've been actually working together now for right about a little more than 90, probably about 120 days, 4 months since May of this year. And, man, I don't think he really understands the struggles that we have overcome and endured and all of the things that we have accomplished, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so very thankful for this blessing, you know, to be able to put this kind of project together. I think back over all of the times and the things that I've done and shared with people, and then they come back years later or months later or you know um, some even a decade ago, people that you were able to touch their lives in a positive way, and they all come back and say, "Man, Derek, if you hadn't did this or you hadn't did that or whatever," you forget that kind of stuff, But it's a blessing to be able to reach out and touch people's lives in positive ways, and you know, and to hear that, that's God. That's not me. That's God working through me. And I've always asked God to use me as, his vessel to help people. And, I pray that, that's always something that I'm able to do is help people in any way that I can. You know, I try to be as genuine as possible. People aren't used to genuine people. I've noticed that, people are used to people who are fake or pompous or put on a facade and act a certain way and just you know, I don't get into that kind of stuff. I'm just me. What you see on the videos is just me. It's who I am, what I do on a daily basis. Really, there is no. This ain't scripted in no kind of way. I'm really just showing you what I do on a daily basis. When I was living in my car a few months ago, you know, that was real. That wasn't something I made up or, you know, that wasn't a script. That was real life for me at the time. Man, I have so much I want to share about this story, but I want to be able to put it on paper and add it. I want to be able to give it a full description. I don't want to halfway do it, you know, just off the cuff like I'm doing right now. So I'll give you that later. But, that story is coming. Um, I want to thank everybody um, who watches these videos. Our two biggest fans, Inspire 321 and Ginger Snap. Thank you both for your kind words. Um, you both have invested in us by just responding and giving us words of encouragement. I could not have asked for a better investment from either one of you. Thank you so much for your words, your encouragements, for your opinions, because they do matter. And I forward the opinions to Winston so he can read them whenever either one of you responds or says anything about him. So you know, um, it's constructive criticism, and we appreciate it. I appreciate it. He's learning to appreciate it and learning to grow. Um, so we're gonna continue to do what we do. We're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to be successful and count our blessings on a daily basis, every day. I want to thank Brother Marcus Green, MG, one of my frat brothers, Omega Psi Phi. He's been a great help to me as well. Um, he opened up his doors of his home, as well as he's a great has a great ear for music. So I'm always letting him listen to new music and pestering him like, dog, listen to this new cut I got, or listen to what we did in the studio last night. And it's just a blessing, to be able to have good people are aren't willing who are willing to help you in the various areas. That list could, Manchai, another one of my good friends. He's in Boise doing his thing up there, killing them with the promotions and radio stations and whatnot. Um, Very, very grateful to him for his help during this time period too in my life. Um, Susie Wong, what's going on, Susie Q? I call her Susie Q because it's just a little name that I have for her, but she's great. Her and her husband have been supporters as well, coming to the shows and helping out at the shows and gathering email addresses and all types of stuff. They've been wonderful and we appreciate them. Um, Susie's daughters gave me a laptop to use until I could afford to buy one. It doesn't work right now. It didn't work, but I got somebody looking at it, and hopefully it'll be done so I can get work done when I need to. Instead of having to do it when I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, I stay up till 5 to get stuff posted on the web. Just different little things, man. I'm not complaining at all. It's a blessing. It's gonna come together, and I want you all to stay along for the ride. I'm gonna show you the videos from the coming up event, showing you the videos from rehearsal, which we'll be back at not tomorrow, but Friday and Sunday, and then all next week preparing for Fashion Week. Um, you know, Teaching these young people how to dream and how to be successful and believe in themselves. And that's been the hardest part thus far. Really, is getting them to believe in themselves and getting them to invest in themselves so they can see, you know, the fruits of their labor, and also to bear the fruits of the talent that God has given them. I tell them all the time, you have to use the talents that God has given you, or He'll take them back and give them to somebody else. So, um, just little things like that, man. It'd be surprising how big of a difference it makes. So, anyhow, I'm gonna sign off. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I still got some work to get done, but I want to get these two interviews of Winston up, and try not to be too critical. I am trying to coach him a little bit, Ginger Snap, but he, you have to understand. Winston comes out. He's a product of the Detroit school system, and he does never. And he's dyslexic as well. At least that's what he's told me. I don't know if he's been diagnosed, but you know, he's a great talent. He is very intelligent in certain areas, and in certain areas, like we all are, we need help. And so, if I've enlisted tutors to help us along. I've enlisted other musicians to help with, you know, um, them to go back and forth and collaborate on certain things. And we are so far ahead of the game, really, when it comes to being an independent artist. And when people see the artwork and they see the product that we're putting out there, and they hear the talent in him, and they see how we move as business people and the way we handle business and we move as professionals, they're blown away. They like, these guys must have $1 million budget, and we barely have a $10 budget. But we're doing it with just that. We don't make excuses. I don't let him make excuses. I don't make excuses. We get it done, and um, that's the beauty of this. We're working every day hard to make it happen, and we're investing in ourselves. And his friend says, Derek is gone. He's not going to invest anything in you and whatnot. And I'm like, man, I invested everything, all of my resources into him. It might have not been monetary. It was everything that I have. My car, my time, my experience, everything that I had, I put into him and into these projects. And not only him, but all of the artists that I manage and take care of right now. I put all of my experience, all of my weight behind them, show them different things. Real quick, I interviewed another artist the other day, and I got to asking them questions. They want to get on big shows and they want to do all of these grandiose things, but they don't build a foundation. And so I spoke to him, about the foundation, and I kept it real simple. But in the end, he decided that he wanted somebody that could help him get on bigger shows and do these big things, and he's not even registered or affiliated with a PRO yet, a performance right organization like ASCAP or BMI. Um, I asked him about copyrights and just little basic things that you need to have in place so you can make money, so the streams of income are open to you when you do put out good work and you do start. You got big, you know, $1,000 videos or better, and you don't have the basics done. It does not make sense. And I pray that brother, you get a foundation. I hope you watch this video, and those gentlemen that are investing in you, work on his foundation, build his fan base, and it'll blossom. You don't want to be just one of those shooting stars where you pop up out the ground but you have no roots. My teacher told me, and I learned this lesson very well. You always send a root down before you send a shoot up. Two fingers.